how you held my hand, like I was the safest place you'd stand. You looked at me like I was enough, like I was the answer to your love. But seasons change without a sound, and little by little you shut me out. I kept reaching for your heart at night, while you were already saying goodbye. I felt the distance in your eyes before you ever told me why. You were leaving piece by piece, while I was begging for belief. You stopped choosing me long before you walked away. You stopped needing me long before that final day. I gave you every part of me, every dream and memory, but somewhere in between, you stopped choosing me. I blame myself for every change, wondering why I couldn't make you stay. I searched for answers in the dark with your silence breaking my heart. You found a future without my name, while I was still protecting our flame. And every promise that we made became another thing that faded away. I felt the cold inside your touch, the truth was hurting far too much. You were already letting go, while I still called your heart my home. You stopped choosing me long before you walked away. You stopped needing me long before that final day. I gave you every part of me, every dream and memory, but somewhere in between, you stopped choosing me. Now these tears fall quietly, like rain upon an empty street, and every picture on the wall reminds me how we lost it all. I wish the love had been enough to keep you close when times got tough, but love alone could never be the reason you'd keep choosing me. You stopped choosing me, and I still feel it every day. You stopped loving me before you found the words to say. I carry all the shattered pieces of a heart that still believes in the love we used to be before you stopped choosing me. Oh, now your memory stays with me like a song that never leaves. And the hardest truth I see is that you stopped choosing me. You stopped choosing me. You stopped choosing me. There's a coffee stain upon the floor from the night we talked until 4:30. You held my hands and called me yours. Now those words don't live here anymore. The curtains move when the wind comes in. like ghost of the life that might have been. I still hear echoes down the hall, but you're not here to answer when I call. Every corner knows your name, every memory feels the same. 1,000 pieces of yesterday refuse to fade away. This is the place I lost you, the room where my heart broke in two, where your goodbye hung in the air and left your shadow everywhere. I still see your face at night, in every tear and every light. No matter what I try to do, this is the place I lost you. Your favorite jacket isn't here, but I still reach for it every year. Funny how the smallest things remain long after love becomes a pain. The clock keeps moving on the wall, but time feels frozen after all. Since the moment you walked away and took my forever with you that day, every silence speaks your name, every sunrise feels the same. I keep searching through the dark for the pieces of my heart. This is the place I lost you, the room where my heart broke in two, where your goodbye hung in the air and left your shadow everywhere. I still see your face at night, in every tear and every light. No matter what I try to do, this is the place I lost you. Maybe one day these walls will heal, maybe one day this pain won't feel so real, but tonight the memories stay, like rain that never goes away. And though you're gone, I still remain, standing where you left the pain, holding on to what we knew before I lost you. This is the place I lost you, where every dream came unglued, where I watched our story end and couldn't make it start again. I still whisper your name at night, though you're far beyond my sight, and every heartbeat tells the truth. This is the place I lost you. The lights grow dim, the silence grows, but one thing in my soul still knows. No matter where life takes me to, this is the place I lost you. The place I lost you. You didn't slam the door that night, you didn't start another fight. You simply looked the other way and let our love slowly fade. No angry words, no final scene, just distance growing in between. I watched you drift so far from me while standing right beside me. I kept believing we'd be fine, I kept holding on to time, but your heart had already flown long had to be allowed to hurt like you do. I searched your eyes for something left, a reason not to second guess, but all I found was empty space where love once lit your face. You stopped reaching for my hand, stopped making all those little plans, and every moment after that felt like a photograph turning black. I heard the truth between your words, even when it wasn't heard. You were already moving on while I was trying to stay strong. Your goodbye was quiet, like a whisper in the rain. No warning, no thunder, just a slowly breaking pain. You left without leaving, you faded out of view, and the silence told me everything. Your goodbye never had to be loud to hurt like you do. Now the nights feel longer than before. I still glance toward the door, half expecting you to stay, half remembering you walked away. And every tear that falls tonight carries pieces of our life, a love that disappeared so slow. I didn't even know your goodbye was quiet, but it echoes in my soul. 1,000 silent moments that I never could control. You left without a reason that my broken heart could hold, and now the silence is the only thing that never lets me go. No final words, no last embrace, just an empty space. Your goodbye was quiet, but the pain remains. I saw your picture on her page tonight, the way you smiled, the way you looked alive, the same smile that used to belong to me, now shining in a different memory. She wears the colors that you always liked, says the perfect words at the perfect time, and maybe she gives you something more, something I couldn't be before. I keep comparing her to me, like somehow that will set me free, but every answer that I find only breaks my heart tonight. She fits your world like I never could. She walks beside you the way I wish I still would. You chose her light over my stormy skies, and now I'm left with all the reasons why. Maybe she's everything I'm not, maybe she's the missing part, but it still hurts the same, my love, knowing she fits your world. I remember all the plans we made, the future we were gonna chase. Now she's standing in my place while I fade into yesterday. hidden in your dreams, the same ones that you used to share back when you still wanted me there. And every time I hear your name, the wound opens up again. I'm trying hard to let you go, but healing feels impossible. She fits your world like I never could. She walks beside you the way I wish I still would. You chose her light over my stormy skies, and now I'm left with all the reasons why. Maybe she's everything I'm not. Maybe she's the missing part, but it still hurts the same, my love. Knowing she fits your world, I know I shouldn't blame myself for becoming someone else than the person in your mind that you were hoping you would find. But when the nights are cold and long, it's hard to believe I wasn't wrong. Hard to believe I was enough before you gave up on us. She fits your world, and I'm learning to survive without your hand in mine, without your love tonight. Maybe one day I will see that your choice wasn't about me, but until then my broken heart still falls apart, because she fits your world and I no longer do. So I'll quietly disappear like a dream you left behind, while she's holding your tomorrow and I'm holding goodbye. You used to talk about growing old, two hands together through the cold. We painted pictures of a life ahead. Now those dreams are lying dead. I still remember every word, every promise I once heard. I built my future on your name, never knowing it would change. I thought forever had your face, I thought my heart had found its place. But forever wasn't what you saw when you looked at us anymore. I wasn't your forever, I was only passing through a chapter in your story, not the ending meant for you. While I was building castles, you were searching for the door, and now I'm standing in the ruins of the life we planned before. I wasn't your forever, though you were mine for sure. The photographs still line the shelf like pieces of a different self. A girl who never questioned why love could suddenly say goodbye. I replay every memory, looking for what I didn't see. The moment your heart changed its mind and left our future far behind, I held on tighter every day. Why thought love would see us through, but love wasn't enough for you. I wasn't your forever. I was only passing through a chapter in your story, not the ending meant for you. While I was building castles, you were searching for the door, and now I'm standing in the ruins of the life we planned before. I wasn't your forever, though you were mine for sure. And that's the hardest thing to bear, knowing I was always there, giving every piece of me to a love that wouldn't stay. If I had known the final page would end with you walking away, maybe I would have loved less deeply. Maybe I would have been okay. I wasn't your forever, but you were my everything, the reason for my laughter, the reason I could dream. Now forever feels so empty, like a sky without the stars, and I'm left collecting pieces of this shattered heart of ours. I wasn't your forever, but I'll carry you forevermore. The future we imagined fades a little more each day, but one truth still remains. I wasn't your forever, and that's why you walked away. The night falls heavy on my room, and every shadow looks like you. I close my eyes to find some peace, but your memory won't release me. Your side of the bed stays cold and still, yet somehow it hurts me even more. The silence whispers through the dark and leaves your name inside my heart. I try to leave the past behind, but every night I lose the fight. The moment sleep begins to come, I see the person you've become. I'm sleeping with the memories, holding what is left of us, while you're somewhere chasing dreams, and I've forgotten how to trust. Every tear falls on my pillow, every wish fades into blue. I'm sleeping with the memories because I can't sleep next to you. I still remember your gentle voice before goodbye became your choice, before another road appeared and took away the love I feared to lose. The moonlight paints the empty walls like pictures hanging in my thoughts. 1,000 moments replay slow, refusing to let me let go. I tell myself you'll disappear with every passing month and year, but when the darkness fills the room, your ghost returns again too soon. I'm sleeping with the memories, holding what is left of us, while you're somewhere chasing forgotten how to trust. Every tear falls on my pillow, every wish fades into blue. I'm sleeping with the memories because I can't sleep next to you. Maybe someday I'll wake up free and your shadow won't follow me. Maybe someday the dawn will bring a heart that no longer aches the same. But tonight the pain remains, flowing through my veins like rain. And every dream leads back to you, no matter what I try to do. I'm sleeping with the memories, though they're breaking me apart, wrapped inside the fragments of a lonely, shattered heart. You left me with the silence and a love I can't undo. So I'm sleeping with the memories instead of sleeping next to you. The morning comes, but nothing's new. Another night spent missing you, another dream I can't get through. Sleeping with the memories of you. I heard your name this afternoon, and suddenly the room went blue. Like every color disappeared the moment that I pictured you. I wonder if you think of me when old songs play on rainy streets, or if I faded like a dream you left behind so easily. Because I'm still carrying your goodbye like a stone I can't set down, while you're already somewhere else, building a life without me now. Am I just a name in your past, a memory that couldn't last, a photograph you never see, a chapter closed so quietly? Because you're still my unfinished song, the place my lonely heart belongs. But maybe I'm just someone you knew, a name in your past that you outgrew. The cafe where we used to meet still keeps our corner by the street. And every time I walk inside, I find your shadow next to me. I keep the letters that you wrote, though every word now feels remote. Promises frozen in the ink of a love that couldn't keep its beat. I wish I could erase the ache, the empty space you left behind, but healing moves so painfully slow when you're still living in my mind. Am I just a name in your past, a memory that couldn't last, a photograph you never see, a chapter closed so quietly? Because you're still my unfinished song, the place my lonely heart belongs. But maybe I'm just someone you knew, a name in your past that you outgrew. Maybe one day you'll hear my name and feel a little bit of pain. Maybe you'll remember all the nights we held on tight beneath the lights. Or maybe time has carried you far beyond what we once knew, and I'm the only still here, holding on to yesterday's tears. Am I just a name in your past, a story buried far too fast, a voice that disappeared with time, a faded echo in your mind? Because you're still my unfinished song, even though you've long moved on. And that's a truth I can't get through. I'm still in love with you, while I'm just a name in your past. One day you'll forget the sound of me, one day you'll forget my face, but tonight I still remember everything. And that's what breaks me, being only a name in your past. I wish I knew the day it happened, the moment your heart turned away. Was it hidden in an ordinary morning, or somewhere in the words we didn't say? Did you still kiss me out of habit? Did you still smile to hide the truth? While I was holding on to forever, were you already letting me lose you? I search the past for answers now, but every road just leads somehow to the same heartbreaking view, a world where I no longer had you. The day you fell out of love, the sky didn't break apart, the earth kept turning quietly while you were leaving my heart. No alarms, no warning signs, no voice to tell me what was coming, just a love growing colder while I kept believing in something. And that's what hurts the most. I never knew the day you fell out of love. I replay every conversation, trying to find where we went wrong, looking for the smallest reason why your feelings didn't stay strong. Maybe it wasn't one big moment, maybe it happened little by little, 1,000 tiny distances that finally became too much to fix. And now I'm standing in the pieces of a dream we used to share, wondering when your heart decided it no longer wanted me there. The day you fell out of love, the sky didn't break apart, the earth kept turning quietly while you were leaving my heart. No alarms, no warning signs, no voice to tell me what was coming, just a love growing colder while I kept believing in something. And that's what hurts the most. I never knew the day you fell out of love. If I had known that was the last time you looked at me the same way, I would have memorized every second, I would have begged the moment to stay back. Love does announce itself till you walked away. Now every memory feels different, every promise feels untrue. 'Cause somewhere in our story, you stopped loving me too. And I'll always wonder why, I'll always wonder when the day you fell out of love became the day I lost my best friend. I still look for that moment, some hidden crack in time, the day you fell out of love and left my heart behind. The day you fell out of love. We carved our names into the air, like love was something always there. You said forever wasn't far. You swore it in a beating heart. I kept those words inside my soul, like they were something made of gold. But gold can fade and still remain, just memories wrapped inside pain. Now I don't know what was real, or just the way you made me feel. Because everything we used to say is drifting further every day. Every promise turned to dust, every always lost its trust. You said forever in the dark, now forever leaves a scar. I built my world on what you said, now I'm standing where it's dead. And all that's left for me to find is broken truth you left behind. Every promise turned to dust, and so did us. every promise turned to dust, like it never meant enough. I'm left with echoes in my hands of a love I can't demand. You made me dream and pull me down, left me lost without a sound. And now I know what hurts the most is loving someone made of ghosts. Every promise turned to dust, and so did us. The words still linger in the air, but they don't mean anything there. Every promise turned to dust. I dialed your name out of habit again, like you were still my safest friend. My fingers trembled on the screen, chasing something that used to be. I almost heard you pick up slow, before reality let me know that I'm just talking to the air, and you're not really there. But my heart still doesn't understand why letting go was never planned. It still believes you'll say my name, like nothing's ever really changed. That was the last time I called you home, the last time I didn't feel alone. Before I learned your voice was gone, before I had to move on. And now every ring just cuts me through, reminding me I lost you, and I can't turn back the time to the last time I called you mine. I still remember what I said, the words I wish I left instead. I miss you slipping through the night, hoping you would make it right. But silence answered every plea, like you had already left me. And every second on that call was the sound of losing it all. I should've known from the first tone that I was speaking to a stone, a heart that no longer cared, a love that wasn't there. That was the last time I called you home, the last time I didn't feel alone. Before I learned your voice was gone, before I had to move on. Now every ring just cuts me through, reminding me I lost you, and I can't turn back the time to the last time I called you mine. If I could rewind that broken call, I'd save myself from losing all. But some goodbyes don't give a sign, they just erase you line by line. And now I live inside the sound of a love that's not around, echoes trapped inside my phone of the last time I called you home. was the last time I let you go. Still I listen for your name in a phone that feels the same, but it never comes again. Never again. I learned to smile when I was breaking, to hide the cracks I kept on making. I gave you everything I had, even when it made me sad. You never saw the nights I stayed awake, counting every breath I had to take, just to keep myself together, while you drifted on forever. I thought love meant holding tight, even if it hurt inside. But I was the only one, still fighting for what we'd become. I was loving you alone, in a story built for two. Every heartbeat I was given, you were halfway gone from view. I was calling out your name while you were fading into someone new. I was loving you alone, and you never had a clue. I memorized your smallest flaws, still loved you without any pause. But love that lives without return is only fire left to burn. You never asked me how I felt, or saw the way my heart would melt. I guess you never needed proof that I would always wait for you. And every time you walked away, I learned to smile and say okay. But inside I fell apart, piece by piece, behind my heart. I was loving you alone, in a story built for two. Every heartbeat I was given, you were halfway gone from view. I was calling out your name while you were fading into someone new. I was loving you alone, and you never had a clue. Was I invisible to you, or did you just not want to see the way I turned my whole world into something just for me? Now I understand too late, love can't survive on empty space. And I was holding on so tight to someone who already said goodbye. I was loving you alone while you were letting go. I was building us a home, you were ready to leave it. So now I'm left with all the pieces of a love I can't undo. I was loving you alone, and I finally see the truth. And you never knew. through days like I'm half asleep, with your memory still inside of me. Every street feels like your name, every breath still calls the pain. I try to bury what we were, but silence always makes it worse. Because nothing really disappears, it only learns to live in tears. I thought time would set me free, but it only reshaped me into someone you won't know, someone I can't let go. I'm the ghost of the love I was, still wondering what we lost, haunting places we once knew, still belonging next to you. Even though you're far away, I still feel you every day. I'm just a shadow in your past, the ghost of the love I was. I talk to empty photographs, like they might answer me back, but all I get is broken light and echoes of another life. You moved on like it was easy, like forgetting came naturally, but I'm still living in the lines of a love that lost its time. And every night I fall apart inside this fragile, shattered heart, wondering if you ever see what you did to me. I'm the ghost of the love I was, still wondering what we lost, haunting places we once knew, still belonging next to you. Even though you're far away, I still feel you every day. I'm just a shadow in your past, the ghost of the love I was. If I could speak across the time, I'd tell you I'm not doing fine. But even if you heard my voice, I know you've made your final choice. So I'll stay here in the rain, carrying your beautiful pain. A love that never said goodbye, just slowly learned how to die. I'm the ghost of